guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. In the past we've done a couple of cooks where we've cured beef to make pastrami, and I know a lot of people maybe aren't interested in going through that curing process, so today we're going to cook one of these grocery store variety pre-packaged, pre-cured corned beef briskets. This one comes from a point. It's about 3 pounds. I'm going to show you how to cook this easily, and then we're going to do something fun with it when it's done. So let's get rolling. Okay, I've put together a sink of ice water here, and I have taken our brisket out of the packaging. I've discarded the brine that comes with it, and we're going to put that in the cold water here for about an hour to desalinate that just a little bit while our grill comes up to temperature. We're going to get the fire started in the Kamado Joe Classic here. I've already built a fire in the center of the firebox, and I'm going to put a chunk of apple wood down in there to get us a little bit of that sweet smoke rolling. I'm going to put both halves of my heat deflector in the low position, both halves of my grill grate in the upper position, and I'm just going to let this grill come up slowly to somewhere between 200 and 225 degrees while we go desalinate our brisket. Okay, I've taken our brisket point that's already been cured out of the water bath, and I've patted it dry with a towel, and I have made up a little simple dry rub for this that has no salt in it. I used equal parts paprika, black pepper, and ground coriander, and I'm just going to give this a light dusting of this rub on all sides. And we're just going to let this sit here for about 10 or 15 more minutes while our grill comes up. Okay, I've got my grill rolling along nicely here between 200 and 250 degrees. I got a nice light applewood smoke rolling here. So we're going to put this brisket point on, and we're going to let this guy ride in the smoke here for about 2 to 3 hours. I'm not sure exactly. It's going to be somewhere between 2 and 3, and we'll figure that out when I come back for the next stage. Okay guys, we've been going about 2 hours and 45 minutes or so, and I have this guy where I want it. We've got a nice bit of smoke on this, so now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, my next step, I've taken my Dutch oven and I've put some sliced onions in the bottom of it, and we are going to move this brisket point into the Dutch oven on top of those sliced onions. And I've got some more sliced onions that we're just going to toss in here on top of this. I took one medium-sized white onion and just sliced it up. I've got 3 whole cloves of garlic that I've smashed. We're just going to toss that in there as well. And then I'm going to pour in some Guinness beer. I'm going to put probably close to 2 bottles, which is about 24 ounces. These are 12-ounce bottles. I want to get that brisket up to about the halfway level with that. And that looks pretty good right there. And now we're going to put this back on the grill. Okay, we're going to come back to the grill, and I'm going to put this Dutch oven on here with a lid on it. And I'm going to bring the grill temperature back up probably to around 300 degrees or so, and we're going to let that go for several more hours. Alright guys, we've been going here about another 2.5 hours or so in the Dutch oven with the lid on, and this guy's actually done. I've checked the temperature here. That meat is up to 200 degrees in the middle, and it's really smelling amazing. So what we want to do next is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to leave the cover on it, and we're going to let it cool for about an hour or so in the Dutch oven. Okay guys, this has been cooling out here for about an hour, maybe a few minutes longer. The temperature's come down nicely. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this meat and I'm going to just toss it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put I don't know, maybe 1/4 cup of this braising liquid in the bag with it, and we're going to chill that in the refrigerator overnight, and then we'll come back and do something fun with it. And here's a look at our point cut corned beef slash pastrami that we smoked and braised after I've chilled it and sliced it apart. Now what I'm going to do is, you could use this for whatever you would normally use corned beef or pastrami for, but I'm going to do something a little different today. I've taken about a half a pound of this and diced it up. We're going to put something together that's a little fun, so let's get started on that. Okay, we're going to get started, and we are going to put together a Reuben casserole. So if you love Reuben sandwiches, you're really going to love this. So I took 8 ounces of egg noodles and cooked them per the package instructions. I diced up a half a pound of our corned beef slash pastrami. I've got a pound, which is about 1 jar, of sauerkraut that I've rinsed and drained, and we're going to mix that all together. And then I've got about 2 cups of grated Swiss cheese that we're going to mix in on top of all that and get this completely mixed up. And in another mixing bowl, I've got about a half a cup of Russian dressing. We're going to add a half a cup of milk, and we're going to squeeze in about a tablespoon or so of plain yellow mustard. We're going to get that mixed up. I'm going to get that just combined, and we're just going to set that aside. Okay guys, we've been going about 35 minutes here, and this guy's ready. I'm gonna pull it off the grill. We're gonna let it cool for a little bit. This thing looks amazing. It smells even better. Okay guys, here is our finished Reuben casserole. This thing has all the flavors of the classic Reuben sandwich, with the corned beef, the Russian dressing, the Swiss cheese. It's all there. One of the things I actually forgot to do that I wanted to do was put some additional caraway seed in it, but the bread that I used had caraway seed in it, so it's still there. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/KamadoJoe. Follow us on Twitter @KamadoJoe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.